Hello there, greetings from Colombo everybody. I'm Hassan Shazali and this is Lunchtime News, come to you live and direct from the Newsfirst studios here in Colombo. We have got plenty of stories lined up for you this afternoon, starting from the decision to increase the prices of imported milk powder, and amidst the mounting issues in the country, public sector employees have been asked to report to work on the 3rd of January. All these stories and more in the next 15 minutes, but first let's take a look at your headlines. Cost of imported milk powder increased by 150 rupees. Queues continue to grow for milk powder. Why are 1,500 containers stuck at the port if there are dollars? Laughs Gas seeks empty cylinders. Installs new valves in cylinders. The combination of Delta and Omicron variants is driving a dangerous tsunami of COVID-19 cases. A statement by the World Health Organization. Public sector employees asked to report to work from the 3rd of January. And we start off here at home. Now, the Milk Powder Importers Association has decided to increase the price of imported milk powder from today. Accordingly, the price of a kilogram of imported milk powder has been increased by 150 rupees, while the price of a 400-gram packet of imported milk powder has been increased by 60 rupees.
The price of milk powder will increase with effect from midnight today. The price of 1 kilogram of milk powder will be priced at 1,345 rupees after the 150 rupees price increase. The price of a 400-gram packet of milk powder will be priced at 540 rupees after the 60 rupees price increase. Against the backdrop of the decision made by the Milk Powder Importers Association to increase the price of milk powder, people across several areas have been severely affected owing to the milk powder shortage in the country. Our correspondent reported that milk powder was sold on a token basis in Nugegota today as there was insufficient supply to meet the demand. The queues that were here were dispersed because the people hooted at the president. Otherwise, people bought milk peacefully and left. They are asking to issue tokens. An issue arose here with the involvement of the police yesterday. We don't know whether the government was involved in this. Many police officers, including a DIG, had arrived here and told the people that the road is being blocked and that the president is to travel through the area. That is what we have heard. If they are halting the sale of milk powder because the president is passing by, that is unfair. They must think about the children. The ruler must think about the children. However, a large crowd had to return empty-handed as there was not enough supply even for the token basis. In another story that made headlines this afternoon, a decision has been reached to replace the existing valves in all gas cylinders with new ones. The gas companies announced the decision following a discussion with the State Minister of Consumer Protection, Lanka, yesterday.
The Controller General of Imports and Exports, the Director General of Customs, the Chairman of the Consumer Affairs Authority, the Secretary to the Ministry of Technology, and a number of officials attended the discussion. During the discussion, the gas company stated that a shortage of gas has arisen in the market due to the replacement of the valves for the cylinders. The Consumer Affairs Authority has requested companies to make the gas cylinders available for the public to purchase conveniently. They also discussed the methodology used by the Standards Institution to test gas imports in the future. People have been standing in queues waiting to purchase gas cylinders owing to the gas shortage in the country. Long queues were seen in several areas across the country. Our correspondents reported that people were seen in long queues carrying empty gas cylinders in Galle today. I have been standing here from 6 in the morning. We haven't been able to cook meals properly for months. Don't the rulers of this country understand how the people have to find meals? People are standing here since morning. When I called the dealership, they said they won't come today. Look at how the people are being inconvenienced. We have come here by leaving aside all our work. Look at these queues and what has happened to the country. We are involved in the tourism industry. We are standing in queues. Otherwise, what can we cook for the tourists? We are standing here in these queues under this heat.
However, a similar situation was not seen in Ahaliagoda. A lorry arrived at the Litrogas distribution centre in Ahaliagoda. The people, however, did not gather to purchase gas cylinders.
Love's Gas says that its distribution agents will commence the collection of used gas cylinders with the green seal removed and that are not empty. It said that the cylinders will be weighed and a payment will be made to the customer for the existing gas in the cylinder.
The Importers Association said about 500 containers of rice remained uncleared at the Colombo port. Media spokesperson of the Importers Association, Nihal Senaviratna, said the containers contain Ponnisamba, Nadu and Kakulu rice. The containers carrying 10,000 metric tons of rice has been imported from India. Nihal Senaviratna said about 1,500 containers containing essential food items are at the Colombo port.
Buying
a few essential items has become difficult now. The government keeps boasting but the people don't have goods. Large consignments have arrived at the Colombo port, but they can't be unloaded as there are no dollars. If the cost of items are controlled by importers and if fuel costs are decided by the LIOC, then why do we need a government? It would be better if all these ministers just resign. The parliament has financial powers. They have prorogued parliament and the finance minister has gone to his motherland. If a citizen of this country was appointed as the finance minister, he would have at least been in the country. You can't blame him either. He just came down to handle the country. As they have destroyed the country, apart from asking them to resign, the people don't have any other solution. We ask them to return to their countries.
Well, people continue to face issues in purchasing essential commodities. There also seems to be some problems developing in the economic front as well. Now, the central bank had printed 202 billion rupees amidst an economic crisis yesterday. It's the first time since it had printed money since the 14th of October. Central bank data indicate that 825 billion rupees have been printed so far this year. A comprehensive update of the latest economic situation in the country will follow on our primetime news bulletin at 9 tonight. Now, moving on with the rest of the day's stories, discussions between Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa and the Chief Executive Officer of the Saudi Fund for Development, Sultan Abdul Rahman, took place at the Temple Trees yesterday.
During the meeting, the Prime Minister recalled the support provided by the Saudi government for the implementation of development projects in Sri Lanka. The government of Saudi Arabia has provided loans and assistance for a number of development projects being carried out in the country. Meanwhile, a group including the Chief Executive Officer of the Saudi Fund met the Central Bank Governor Ajit Niwad Cabral yesterday. The possibility of obtaining the contribution of the Saudi Fund for development projects in the country was discussed at the meeting.
Well, the people have been severely affected by the rising cost of living. The fertilizer crisis remains unresolved as well. Now, agriculture in several villages of farming activities in several areas, including Namalgama in Dehiyata Kandia, has been hampered as well.
Farmers of the Namalgama village in Dehiyata Kandia cultivated 710 acres of paddy lands during the Maha season this year. Some did not use any fertilizer, while the others used compost. The farmers pointed out that their crops turned yellow just 4 days after using the organic liquid fertilizer distributed by the government.
Former Agriculture Minister Hema Kumara Nanayakara expressed the following views on the fertilizer crisis in the country.
කාබනික කෘෂිකර්ම වලිප්පුවෙන් පෙළුණු මේ ආණ්ඩුව හිටි හැටියේම රසායනික පෝර කෘෂි රසායනික ද්‍රව්‍ය ආනයනය කිරීම නැව.
The government that was yearning for organic farming halted the importation of chemical fertilizer and agrochemicals suddenly. The self-sufficient nation has become a dependent nation as the agriculture sector has been destroyed. During a meeting with the newspaper editors, the president had said that organic farming had failed because of the mistakes made by officials. They are blaming themselves for this. What is the president saying? A few people who had no knowledge about organic fertilizer at all had advised the president on organic farming. As I personally know many Rajapaksas, I am respectfully requesting you to learn state administration from the Prime Minister. What powers don't you have? You gained all powers through the 20th Amendment and paved the way for a US citizen to enter Parliament and to make him a minister. The Parliament gave you a 2/3 majority as well. What powers don't you have? Why are you saying that you don't have the support of officials and you can't do this? Dear President Gotabaya Rajapaksa, these are childish remarks.
ලද බොළඳ ලදරු කතාවක් ගරු ජනාධිපති ගෝඨාභය රාජපක්ෂ මැතිතුමනි.
Well, the problems don't end there. While farmers continue to suffer from the fertilizer crisis, wild elephants are continuing to encroach into many villages in rural Sri Lanka, including in the Polonnaruwa district. Now, villagers are complaining that the problem is aggravating.
People of Singhagama in Habarana say more wild elephants are encroaching into their village. As a result, they are spending their lives in fear. Villagers say wild elephants from the Kaudula Reserve constantly encroach into the village. Wild elephants had attacked the Ranavirwaramaya in the village as well. Although an electric fence was installed with the help of villagers, the power supply is insufficient to keep away the elephants. The only request of these villagers is an electric fence.
Now, the Satyagraha launched by farmers in Walsabugala continued for the 10th consecutive day today.
Farmers of 86 associations, including the Valava Left Bank United Farmers Organization, are staging the Satyagraha since the 21st of this month. The Satyagraha is being staged demanding the government to implement the gazette on the managed wild elephant reserve.
Right now, the Ministry of Public Services, Provincial Councils and Local Government has instructed all state sector workers to report to work from the 3rd of January. Now, the Ministry Secretary J.J. Ratnasiri in a circular said that a circular in this regard will be issued today. With the COVID-19 crisis, state sector employees were allowed to work at the discretion of the head of the institution. The secretary to the ministry added that the public service will be maintained at full capacity from the 3rd of January in accordance with the health guidelines issued by the Director General of Health Services. On to a COVID-19 update, the Director General of Health Services yesterday confirmed that 21 COVID-19 deaths were reported in the country on Tuesday, that's the 28th of this month. Accordingly, official data indicate that the total COVID-19 fatalities in the country now stands at 14,944. According to the Health Ministry, 419 COVID-19 cases were reported in the country yesterday, and this has raised the total number of cases in the country to 585,005. In news overseas, the World Health Organization chief says that the combination of the Delta and Omicron variants is driving a dangerous tsunami of COVID-19 cases.
This virus will continue to evolve and threaten our health system if we don't improve the collective response. Right now, Delta and Omicron are twin threats that are driving up cases to record numbers, which again is leading to spikes in hospitalizations and deaths. I'm highly concerned that Omicron, being more transmissible, circulating at the same time as Delta, is leading to a tsunami of cases.
The Omicron variant of COVID-19 is raising fears of a third wave of the pandemic in India. The country yesterday reported a total of nearly 800 Omicron cases, while COVID-19 infections rose by 9,195 new daily cases, a 44% spike from the previous day. According to data from Johns Hopkins University, the United States has reached its highest ever average of new COVID-19 cases as the Omicron variant spread at a blistering pace. The moving 7-day average of new cases was around 265,000 as of Tuesday, surpassing the previous peak of 251,989 set in mid-January 2021. France reported Europe's highest ever daily figure for the second day in a row at 208,000 cases. The French health minister said at the current rate, 2 people in France test positive for COVID-19 every second, noting that the situation in hospitals was worrying. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson yesterday said around 90% of COVID-19 patients in intensive care units have not had a booster jab, defending his decision not to tighten virus curbs in England. Denmark, Portugal, the UK and Australia have all reported record-breaking figures.
Now, a tense situation arose at the Warriapula Pradesh Sabha that is controlled by the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna today. The tensions come days after the Pradesh Sabha's budget was defeated twice recently.
The opposition had demanded the Pradesh Sabha chairman to resign in 2 weeks as the budget had been defeated twice recently. A tense situation arose afterwards. The Pradesh Sabha chairman had said that the governor has not informed him to resign yet.
And that's a wrap of Lunchtime News. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget, more news follows on our website. www.newsfirst.lk is the address. I'll see you soon at 1:55 with more latest stories, but bye for now.